Have a look at a few of the others on the way to post. Silver Code over on the far side, number 2 there. He just seems to have lost his way a bit. Thought there were signs of a revival on his first run this season, but he hasn't managed to back that up in 2 subsequent outings. And jury would be out on him at the moment. He's a 25 to 1 shot. There is Zephron, Annalise Cullen riding for Father Dennis. And John McConnell, Sagittarius Rising with John's lad Killian on board. There is the favourite though. Pretty Boy Floyd copes well with the conditions, going down with veteran Ducky Mallon. And Teddy Boy is an interesting one here, Don. We spoke to Chris Hayes after his win in the opening contest today, and he said more or less to put a line through Teddy Boy's run the other day behind Pretty Boy Floyd. He was on the other side of the track and he basically just said the race got away from him at a very early stage. You wouldn't give him any chance here based on the bare form there, but could you see the case to be made for things being a bit different this time at the least?
Yeah, like he's only 3 pounds higher than he was when he won at Navan on his penultimate run, Gary, and that said, he does go very well at Navan, especially on soft ground, so you have to factor that in a little bit, but he's off a mark of 62, and yeah, look, he's a good honest to God sprinter. We know Teddy Boy, he's to be delivered late. Chris Hayes gave him a super ride that day at Navan. I suppose the fact that Chris Hayes has had a double, he's been strong in the market. Just wondering if that because Chris Hayes has had 2 winners already, maybe it's rolling up to him a little bit. But no, he goes
20 seconds.
He's off a mark of 62, which is a mark off which he can be competitive.
There he is. Isn't that a lovely sight there, Chris?
Yeah.
Just caressing old Teddy Boy there ahead of
10 seconds, 9, 8 seconds.
He's only a 5-year-old. He seems to have been around for a while though.
Yeah.
Colour change and shot there, number 9. Lincoln, as you can see, it now looks like a black
0
jacket
seconds.
with a white cap, like the old Ouija board colours, the old Lord Derby colours there on.
I like them. No white button though.
Exactly, yes. Well spotted, Don. Lincoln, who's the mountaineer of Joe Doyle. Second favourite is Beckwith Place, who has dropped down in distance to good effect of late on. He's not the most straightforward of horses. I always remember him just getting touched off after a nightmare run at the Galway Festival. Was that last year or the year before?
It was last year, yeah.
Last year, yeah. Seems like a long time ago now. He is in a lather of sweat though, as you can see here. He got very revved up in the parade, which I know is something he can do, but you just hope maybe he hasn't lost his race before it started here, Don.
Yeah, I wouldn't be overly concerned with him. As you say, Gary, he can do it. He did it the last day before he ran a big race behind Lustan Baba here. As you said, dropping back down in trip, he's been a kind of a mile to 7 furlong horse, but his last few runs he's been running over sprint distances, and he ran very well the last day. He was on the near side. Look, Lustan Baba, she ran out a really, really impressive winner, and she's since won a listed race. So there's no shame in getting beaten pretty well by Lustan Baba, but he kept on well on the near side, and another couple of strides he would have been up for second. He did best of the horses who raced on the near side, I think, 4 of the first 6 home raced on the far side. So you can maybe mark him up a little bit from that. And Niall McCullough, he's ridden him in his last 2 runs, and those 2 runs have been up there at the best of his career, and he's back on again today. So yeah, I think and Tracy Collins is a horse in good form. I think there's plenty to like about Beckwith Place.
So that is our top weight, 10 stone 2 to shoulder here, but he's been in good form, as Don has spoken about there of late. 5 to 1 second favourite. Drumqueena for Mikey Sheehy, who's been thereabouts in the last few races. He's an 11 to 2 shot and decent second last time. It's a little while since we've seen her, which I don't know, would that be a slight concern, Don, but a reproduction of that last run I think puts her bang in the mix too, doesn't it?
It does, definitely, and she wasn't beaten far by Ramiro, and Ramiro then went and won next time off a 5 pounds higher mark at the Stowe. So yeah, good solidity to that form through. But Johnny Murtagh's horse was back in 3rd, so that's a good run. Yeah, a little bit of a worry we haven't seen her since. She wears cheek pieces for the first time today as well, so maybe that'll bring about a little bit more improvement. She's only up a pound from that run, so that's fine, and she's still relatively lightly raced. And interestingly, when Mikey Sheehy was talking to you earlier on, he said she was his best chance, and he's had horses run really well in the meantime.
Yes, he's gone close on a couple of occasions since then. This was the one he was looking forward to most of his remaining rides. Daughter of the Irish 1000 Guineas heroine Tarascon, who represented the same connections. Don't think we've got too many more left to load. Ducky Mallon is one of those still out the back. He showed a bit of his old sparkle last time when finishing 3rd. The other grey out there Also still to go in is Andrew Caniron's runner, Mary Salome. And Beckwith Place looks as though he'll be one of the last. The Peckham Pouncer there, the blue and orange jacket, is a horse who's proved a bit disappointing. I thought after some good early runs as a 2-year-old, he would have maybe turned out a bit better than he has thus far, but still time, I suppose. Pretty Boy Floyd still at the back as well. Final thoughts, Don? Which way would you be going?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about Beckwith Place, but reassured by the fact that he has done it. He has sped it up in the past, just at this stage of the season. Especially, it's not a warm afternoon now. It's not a warm turning into evening. So the fact that he's speding up, look, he has done it before, so I'd kind of allow him that. But yeah, I think look, Pretty Boy Floyd is probably the right favourite. He was impressive the last day. Pretty Rebel was impressive the last day as well.
Right then, let's throw it up to the man who's calling home his own race here, Jerry Hannon.
White flag is raised as the last couple are installed. And they're off
Mark
over
it.
6
Mark
furlongs in
it
the
in
last race
play.
of the year here at